Most people think the hardest part of starting an online business is money or tech or some secret trick they haven't learned yet. But the real bottleneck is simpler and more uncomfortable. It's decision making under uncertainty, acting before you feel ready, building before you feel confident. That idea sits underneath everything you're about to see. As the opening slide sets the tone, this isn't about perfect plans or overnight wins. Build first, perfect later. That line matters because dropshipping at its core is not an e-commerce trick. It's a training ground for thinking like an entrepreneur. Low risk, fast feedback, real consequences. You're not here to memorize steps. You're here to practice judgment. Now, as we move into what this session covers, notice how practical it is on purpose. Mechanics, niches, marketing, scaling without burning out. No fluff, because clarity beats motivation every time. Motivation fades. Clear structure sticks. And that leads us to the bigger question, why this model works at all. When we talk about why dropshipping works, it's not because it's easy. It's because it removes the heaviest weights from the bar. No inventory stacked in your living room, no upfront bulk orders, no guessing demand months in advance. You're left with decisions. And decisions are where leverage lives. Instead of managing boxes, you manage choices. What to sell, who to sell to, how to position it. That's the real skill you're building. This is where the first quest level quietly unlocks. Insight Architect. You're laying foundations now. And foundations are invisible when done right, but brutally obvious when done wrong. The most important decision comes next, and it's one most people rush. Choosing a niche sounds simple. It isn't, because a niche isn't a product category. It's a group of people who care about something enough to spend money on it. Specific beats broad, every time. Not because it's trendy, but because attention is finite. When you try to sell to everyone, no one feels spoken to. But when someone sees a store and thinks, this is for me, conversion happens naturally. Passion helps, yes, but validation matters more. Demand before dreams. Ask yourself quietly, who is this really for? Not hypothetically, not someday, right now. Building on that idea, we turn outward to competitors, and this is where ego quietly gets tested. Studying competitors isn't about copying layouts or stealing products. It's about listening at scale. Reviews are free consulting. Complaints are roadmaps. If 10 customers are angry about slow shipping, that's not noise. That's opportunity. Differentiation doesn't come from complexity. It comes from fixing what others ignore. This brings us to the partners behind the scenes. Suppliers, the silent backbone. A beautiful store collapses instantly if fulfillment fails. Reliability beats cheap every single time. Ordering samples isn't optional. It's tuition. Having backup suppliers isn't pessimism. It's professionalism. Trust is fragile online. Late deliveries break it faster than bad ads ever will. Now, shifting focus, the storefront itself. This is where many beginners overdesign and underthink. Clean beats clever, always. A store's job isn't to impress, it's to reduce friction. Mobile first isn't a suggestion anymore, it's reality. Trust pages, clear policies, simple navigation, these aren't extras, they're conversion multipliers hiding in plain sight. And once the store exists, the spotlight turns to products. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Trends don't pay bills, margins do. A viral product with no profit is a distraction. Bundles protect you from copycats. Testing small protects you from emotional attachment. You're not marrying products. You're running experiments. That mindset matters more than any tool. Now we arrive at marketing. And this is where many people confuse noise with movement. Organic content builds trust slowly. Paid ads buy speed. Email compounds quietly in the background. Stories outperform slogans because people don't buy products. They buy meaning wrapped in utility. You don't need to shout. You need to resonate. As we transition here, another quest level unlocks, engagement enchanter, because getting a sale is one skill. Keeping a customer is another entirely. Operations is where freedom is either built or quietly destroyed. Automation isn't laziness, it's respect for your future self. Fast responses reduce anxiety. Weekly numbers keep emotion out of decisions. Systems let you step back without everything breaking. A business that only works when you're watching it isn't a business. It's a job with better branding. And now we reach the closing moment. Not an ending, but a handoff. Your next move doesn't need to be dramatic. It needs to be deliberate. Start imperfect, learn fast, adjust often. Independence isn't one big leap, it's a series of small, boring decisions made consistently. So here's a quiet question to sit with. Will you build clarity first or wait for courage to magically appear? Because courage usually shows up after action, not before. If this video helped you see dropshipping differently, not as a shortcut, but as a thinking framework, take a second to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and grab the PDF in the description. It's built for action, not inspiration. And when you're ready, start small. Choose one niche, analyze one competitor, test one product. Momentum comes from motion. Thanks for spending these minutes here. Stay curious, stay practical, and I'll see you in the next one.